I found that to be so effective, which is so fun. It's like better than a cup of coffee because it like requires like mental bandwidth and it's fun, right? Like, okay, so we were talking about trying to wake up early and get shit done between like, you know, like 6 and 9 a.m. and then do like normal work stuff or whatever that is. And, you know, I'd been trying to do that, you know, go to bed between 10 and midnight and then get up at 6. And I found that my productivity between 6 and 9, I expected it to be super high. You know, you got that first cup of coffee, you're banging shit out. It wasn't all that much better than any other time in the day. Now, recently, I've started coming back into the studio at like 11 p.m. after hanging out with my girl for a little bit and realizing that the hours between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. are like hyper productive for me. And the biggest thing is that for whatever reason, my mental guard is all the way down and there's just no resistance. So like I was telling them and beautifully introduced by our dear friend Trap Jesus, Luke Rain, the man. I basically was like, I have a big release coming up. I've been wanting to make myself a Spotify banner forever. And I have been having huge mental resistance to downloading Photoshop because I've tried to use it in the past and it was just fucking clunky and I had a terrible time and wasted hours. And I just fucking downloaded it, spent the 2.5 hours to learn some basic functionality. And let me share my screen here so the rest of humans on planet Earth can see. Yeah, made this Spotify banner that I've been resisting doing forever because I was switching up my work schedule and found that my productivity is way better late at night. And then, you know, switched it on its head and got some good results. So what about you guys? How do you feel about that concept?
Well, I am a night owl and a half, homie.
Yes. Oh, I know you are.
I was just telling the guys how I've been staying up so late getting stuff done that it was like, well, I'm up till 5. Well, I'm up till 6. Well, shit, I was just up till 7. And then Sunday, I slept from like 7 to 4 p.m. And then I realized like the best way for me to break this is not going to be try to go to bed early. It's just going to be fuck it, pulling all-nighters. So I stayed up all night pulling off last week's podcast, you know, cutting the chunks and you know, rendering them out of Premiere and uploading them to YouTube and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, might as well just make breakfast. It's 8 a.m. The sun's out. If I go to bed now, I'm just going to sleep till 6 p.m. and I'm completely flip-flopped on a real human sleep schedule. So, yeah, I mean, but I think part of, for me, what really keeps me going is momentum. Like starting my day, you know, getting into the groove of something, you know, trying to start to feel accomplished can be a bitch. Like I remember when I had a different job that I had to work a lot more hours for at a lot more regular time frame. It would be, you know, it's like, oh man, I got to wake up. I got to go do that. I come home exhausted after driving, you know, around all day for this job. And I would end up coming home, you know, trying to chill out. Oh, now I got to make some food. Oh shit, now there's laundry. Now, damn, I got to do this or go to the store or whatever. And next thing you know, there's like a couple of hours left before I have to go crash again. And trying to get started at any point was like the hardest part, especially since I didn't get that much done yesterday or the day before that or the day before that. But now that I've, you know, at that time in my life, I made the decision to really prioritize music. First, I just started saying, yo, instead of, hey, I have this job, when people ask me what I do, I have this job. And then, oh, yeah, also I'm a music producer. And I would say, well, I'm a music producer. And, oh, yeah, I also do this job. And since then, it's been way easier to start to prioritize it actually in my life. And to the point where I'm just, you know, even if I go to work that day, I come home and I immediately start something that can get my momentum started. And then just do not stop. Just keep doing stuff. Some days it'll be 2 a.m. and I'll look down and I'm still in my dirty work clothes for my current carpentry business. Like, oh man, I haven't showered. I didn't eat a real meal. I just have been snacking. I'm still in my dirty clothes. My hair is still in a tied back, but this late night thing, it's like everybody else in the house goes to sleep. All my roommates crash. Nobody knocks on my door and interrupts. It's like, putting your phone in the other room on silent times 10. It's like the whole world's silent. And the fact that I have gotten 4 things done, it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'm feeling great about this. Let's roll this momentum into the next thing. Oh, I just had a good session with the Ninja. I did some track feedback. Now I'm feeling good. That jazzed me up. Okay, now I'm going to go watch this weekly download. Oh, man, I'm going to apply these to this new draft of the song I'm working on. Apply these techniques. Oh, man, I got a draft done. You know what? Let me start a new beat. Let me do a timer. Oh, man, that felt good. Hey, let me do some video editing. You know what? Oh, man, I'm going to do some social media upkeep. Hey, this is great. And all of a sudden, you look back on your day and you've done 10 things and you feel so good about it. You want to keep that momentum up tomorrow. So momentum. How can we build momentum in our lives as producers, creatives?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it doesn't really matter whether you get up earlier or stay up longer. It just depends on like knowing yourself. And I think consistency is the biggest thing. If you're flip-flopping all the time, it's going to be way harder. But if you get into that consistent routine, your body sort of anticipates it. You get to that wakeful state earlier. You could sleep less and you'll like wake up before your alarm. Like, if you can get in a routine, that's the hardest but most effective thing, I think. And same with the momentum. It keeps you going. It gives you inspiration to like try out new ideas. And I feel like as long as you're always itching to like be making something new and like get better and try something new, you're going to find the time to fit in all these things. And like you said, when you see one thing is done, you're like, yo, that felt great. Like, let me get on to the next thing. Definitely. And you keep that chain going. And I don't know, this, like my whole music career up till this point has just felt like that same chain, just ongoing.
Totally. And I think the other important thing to note is that you can't get momentum without starting somewhere. And so like realizing that almost the most important thing about this whole process is figuring out how to break that initial resistance. Because like you said, once you get rolling on the first thing, then you're like, yep, this is dope. I'm getting shit done. What else can we get done? But it's that first thing that trips you up. So what I found is that starting with whatever thing excites me the most, whether it's like I've been learning a lot about like Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising or whatever, and I'm like excited to try this new thing, like do that first for sure, because then that allows you to get the first thing done and then you can move into the other mundane stuff. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's you got to put 2 hours of work in on this mix down and you're dreading fucking doing a Facebook ad. Do the mix down, and then like once that's done, you're like, shit, okay, we're already rolling. So I think that really helps too. The other thing, like if you're feeling tired, at least for me, I guess this is kind of a specific hack, but I've found that like, you know, at points in your day, you might start to slow down, the mental fog rolls in. I literally just pick up the guitar and play 3 songs. Just like go to Spotify, and like recently I've just been trying to learn all the songs in Toxicity by System of a Down.
Nice.
That I'm trying to learn that whole album. And so I'll literally just like play 3 songs from that, and like that will wake me up so much that I'll just put the guitar down and go back to hammering shit out. I found that to be so effective, which is so fun. It's like better than a cup of coffee because it like requires like mental bandwidth, and it's fun, right? Like like when you're learning and like improving at that thing, it's very intrinsically motivating. It's easier to pick up the guitar to get myself to wake up than it is to like go inside and make a cup of coffee, which is funny.
I like it. What's up, humans? It's Luke, your friendly neighborhood trap Jesus. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We appreciate you. Remember to like and subscribe to our channels. And if you have any questions or topics that we need to cover on the show, put them in the comments. Appreciate you. Peace, and peace among worlds.